Okay, I am so sorry for this. I am really behind, and I have no good excuse besides I was finishing finals, I was moving out of my university apartment, and I was traveling. So I really just that's my only excuse. I'm sorry. I went from Virginia to Alabama. And I was in Alabama for a couple days visiting my grandmother. Then I was up at Myrtle Beach to visit my dad's parents, and then I came home and I just spaced out of my video uh, the other day, and I meant to do it, and I'm sorry. Okay, I am working on getting back now that I have free time and whatnot, and I'm not worried about school or any of that stuff. Literally, all I'm doing this summer is working and working out. So, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick catch up on some videos. I'm probably not gonna get them all though because I'm gonna try to keep it under like 10 minutes. Um, Last one I did was surgery fears, so I am like a full month behind. So I'm like 5 videos. Okay, how to tell if you are ready to transition socially / medically. Um, it's really not something you can dictate. It's more something that you have to work on yourself. For me, socially, I didn't come out as trans initially. Initially, I identified as a female and I identified as a lesbian for a while there, and then I eventually progressed. I was like, oh yeah, so by the way, maybe I might not be female. So I was like, yeah, genderqueer, and I tiddled with that for a little bit. But eventually, I started testing the waters out when I met new people. Like when I met my ex, I introduced myself. I was at that point I was trying out Riley and things like that, and I was like, oh, and by the way, I'm transgender, and that was like the first person I think I actually genuinely was like, hey, this is what I am. And she took it on perfectly well, and it was good. Medically, it's more it's more along the lines of when you and a medical professional feel that it is best, and you get to like that agreeing point. I feel like that's probably the best point when you start medically transitioning. Then the week after, from May 5th, the notion that trans people are always coming out to sexual / romantic partners and medical personnel. I feel like, yes, there is a bit of always coming out, at least to medical personnel, every time, with the exception of one time actually. I have gone, like when I'm at school, I've gone to the hospital for whatever reason. I thought I broke my arm or something like that. I have told the doctor or the RA or any of that, or whatever the abbreviation is. I've always told them, because it helps explain some of the things I'm going through. Like when I had a UTI, I especially made sure I told them, because urinary tract infections are not fun to begin with, and yeah. But as for romantic / romantic partners, for the most part, I feel like I have steered clear of people who don't know I'm trans to begin with, whether it be from me personally telling them or through the grapevine, they found out, or whatever the case may be, that they have always been okay with it. But I don't know. I came out to someone one time that I met. I'm not condoning this. I met them through Craigslist. We had a coffee date, and I didn't tell them for the longest time though. Like we were just platonic friends and all that. We never got beyond that one coffee date to begin with. But I did tell them, because I felt that it was best, if there was any potential for something to happen, that they should know. That way, some people go into relationships, I feel like, with this mental idea of like, okay, this person, we could talk about potential children or some shit like that down the line, and I don't want them going in blindsided most times to that. I am slowly starting to get out of that habit, though, personally. I am going to be honest, I have a Tinder, which is like a straight person's grinder. Even though you are available to use it as a homosexual male or female or bisexual, whatever the case is, they do have options for that on there. That I have not come out to a single person. No, that's a lie. I've come out to like one person. After I started talking to them via the messaging system on there. And for the most part, it's working out okay. I haven't met anybody off of those apps yet, so I haven't had a connection with any of them yet. So, yeah. Fast forward, we took like a short break there, I guess. Playing catch up, I guess. Oh, well, I only missed like 3 videos then. Okay, well then. This week's video, which I was supposed to do yesterday, finding out people finding out you are trans against your will. This has happened many of times. For the most part, everybody who has come to find out that I was trans have been completely okay with it, but I do, I wouldn't say scold them or the people who told these other people against my will. I don't really know how to phrase it. I chastise them a little bit. Like the people who find out and be like, hey, you understand that this could get my ass kicked if somebody who shouldn't know finds out. And I put a lot of emphasis on, now, and you have to keep it a secret unless I tell you otherwise. Or I give you the permission to tell so-and-so, or whatever the case may be. And if I do ever find out who is, going around telling people, breaking my confidentiality, I pretty much just, I chastise them, and I tell them, if you continue this, there might be a potential. Sorry, there's like a gnat flying around. There is the potential for me to just continue our friendship. Yep, that's about it. So I am now caught up. I am again so sorry that I missed those weeks. Literally finals and everything just killed me. I was just busy. I was working. I was packing up my apartment and all that fun stuff. So yeah. Again, I will see you guys next week, because now that I'm getting back into a routine, because I'm home until August, I should be able to stay on time unless I have conflicts with work or something. I'll see you guys. Have a good summer. Not that you're not going to see me, but this is the beginning of summer, so have a good summer. Bye, guys.